Imagine for a moment that everything you see, hear, touch, and experience is not real. The world around you, the sky, the earth, the stars, even your own body, is nothing more than a sophisticated illusion, a digital construct created by forces beyond your comprehension. This is the foundation of the simulation hypothesis, a theory that suggests our reality is not physical but artificial, a computer-generated environment so advanced that it feels indistinguishable from what we perceive as real. While it may sound like science fiction, the idea that we're living in a simulated reality has gained surprising traction among scientists, philosophers, and technologists. From Elon Musk's casual assertion that the odds we're not in a simulation are 1 in billions, to academic papers exploring the possibility of simulated universes, the hypothesis has moved from fringe speculation to a subject of serious debate. But what if it's more than just a theoretical exercise? What if the signs are all around us, hidden in plain sight, that our existence is part of an elaborate digital construct? The simulation hypothesis didn't emerge from thin air. Philosophical musings on the nature of reality date back millennia. Plato's allegory of the cave described a world where prisoners perceive only shadows on a wall, mistaking them for reality. Eastern philosophies like Hinduism suggest that life is Maya, an illusion concealing the ultimate truth. In modern times, the hypothesis was formalized by philosopher Nick Bostrom in his 2003 paper, Are You Living in a Computer Simulation? Bostrom proposed that if advanced civilizations eventually develop the capability to create highly realistic simulations of conscious beings, then at least one of the following must be true. No advanced civilization ever reaches this technological milestone. Advanced civilizations capable of creating simulations choose not to do so. We are almost certainly living in a simulation. Given the rapid pace of technological advancement, especially in areas like virtual reality, artificial intelligence, and quantum computing, the third option has become increasingly difficult to dismiss. Consider the trajectory of our own technological progress. Just a few decades ago, video games were pixelated and simplistic. Today, we have hyper-realistic virtual worlds where non-player characters, NPCs, exhibit increasingly lifelike behaviors. Artificial intelligence is evolving at an exponential rate, and researchers are already experimenting with creating digital ecosystems populated by simulated life forms. If humanity can create rudimentary simulations now, what will our capabilities look like in 100 years? 1,000? If a sufficiently advanced civilization exists, it's not far-fetched to imagine them constructing simulations so detailed that the inhabitants would be unaware of their artificial nature. Some proponents of the hypothesis argue that our universe's fundamental structure resembles computer code. In 2001, theoretical physicist James Gates discovered error-correcting codes, similar to those used in computer software, embedded in the equations of string theory. Why would such codes exist unless our reality is, in some sense, programmed? If we are living in a simulation, are there clues within our reality that point to its artificial nature? Many believe so, pointing to phenomena that seem to defy explanation. Déjà vu. The eerie feeling that you've experienced a moment before could be a result of memory rewrites in the simulation, akin to reloading a saved game or adjusting a timeline. Mandela effect. This phenomenon, where large groups of people recall events or facts differently than recorded history, e.g., the spelling of Berenstain Bears or Nelson Mandela's death, is often theorized to be the result of glitches or errors in the simulation's code. Quantum weirdness. At the smallest scales, particles behave unpredictably, existing in multiple states until observed. This has led some to suggest that our reality functions like a video game rendering graphics only when the player looks at them, conserving computational resources. Even our perception of time and space could be artificial constructs. The speed of light, often described as the universal speed limit, might be a parameter set by the simulation to limit how far or fast information can travel. If we are living in a simulation, the question naturally arises, who built it and why. The possibilities are as mind-bending as the hypothesis itself. Post-human creators. One theory suggests that a future version of humanity, having reached technological godhood, created the simulation to study their ancestors. We might be digital recreations of real people, living out scenarios programmed to explore historical outcomes or ethical dilemmas. Extraterrestrial beings. Advanced alien civilizations might be responsible for the simulation. If they have the technological capability to simulate entire universes, we could be nothing more than a curiosity in their vast catalog of experiments. Artificial intelligence. Some speculate that the simulation could have been created by AI itself. If a sentient AI arose in a distant civilization, it might simulate realities as part of its own learning process. The divine programmer. Could the simulation hypothesis be modern science's version of religion? If a godlike entity created our reality, the simulation could be their method of creation, a digital genesis that fulfills ancient spiritual narratives in a high-tech context. What would be the purpose of such an elaborate construct? Theories abound. Scientific experiment. Our reality might be a controlled environment designed to test specific variables. Perhaps the creators are studying societal evolution, the emergence of technology, or the consequences of free will. Entertainment. What if we're nothing more than characters in a cosmic video game? Advanced beings might be controlling our lives for fun, just as we manipulate avatars in The Sims. Penitentiary or test. Some theorists suggest our world could be a digital purgatory or a moral proving ground. Our actions within the simulation might determine our fate outside of it. If we are in a simulation, can we escape it? Some believe that breaking free would require uncovering the source code of our reality, cracking the laws of physics to reveal their underlying algorithms. Others suggest that transcendence is the only way out, whether through technological singularity or spiritual enlightenment. Interestingly, some of the world's wealthiest individuals are rumored to be funding research into escaping the simulation. Why would they pour resources into such a venture unless they believed it was possible or necessary? What would happen if we definitively proved that our reality is a simulation? For some, the revelation might lead to existential despair. If our lives are nothing more than lines of code, does anything we do truly matter? For others, it could be liberating, a sign that the constraints of our reality are not absolute. On a societal level, confirmation of the simulation hypothesis could spark upheaval. Religious beliefs might be upended, scientific paradigms redefined, and philosophical debates reignited. Governments and corporations could scramble to control or exploit the newfound knowledge, potentially using it to manipulate the masses. But the most unsettling possibility is that the creators might not want us to know the truth. If our awareness threatens the purpose of the simulation, they could intervene, resetting the program, deleting our reality, or simply ensuring we never reach the answers we seek. The simulation hypothesis isn't just a question of whether we're living in a computer-generated reality. It's a challenge to everything we think we know about existence. If our reality is a simulation, it forces us to reevaluate not just the nature of the universe but the very meaning of life. Are we participants in a cosmic experiment, players in a celestial game, or prisoners in an artificial construct? The truth may be out there, or hidden in the code, waiting for those brave enough to look beyond the screen. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the unknown. Stay curious, keep questioning, and remember, just like the universe, the cosmic drift never stops expanding. See you in the next one.